Azziad Nasenya is back in the headlines, and this time it's not about her dancing or her acting or her brand deals. The streets are actually whispering something bigger, something heavier. Word on the street is that Azziad's flashy Kileleshwa apartment has been auctioned after she allegedly defaulted on a whopping 25 million shillings mortgage. Yes, 25 million. Now, how did this story hit the limelight? Of course, none other than Edgar Obare's BNN Premium spilled the tea. Once that pot started boiling, the internet did what it does best. Before we knew it, everybody had an opinion on it, left, right, and center. With the big question being, where did the rain start beating Azziad? Because not too long ago, she was at the top of her game, one of the highest paid digital creators in Kenya, swimming in brand deals, advertisements, and projects, and even rocking one of the most expensive rate cards in the industry. She was literally the poster child of content creation pays. But as the elders say, not every day is Christmas. This year, 2025, has clearly been a tough one financially for Azziad. It has been a storm for her, with debt troubles swirling like a dark cloud. Most people online didn't waste time pointing fingers, accusing her of living beyond her means, living for the gram, expensive apartments, luxurious trips, and basically biting off more than she could chew. In their eyes, she was building castles in the air. However, on the other hand, there's her team of defenders that has truly come out swinging. To them, Azziad is simply bold, ambitious, and hardworking. After all, how many 25-year-olds are bold enough to even dream of a 25 million mortgage? Most folks at that age are still living with roommates at their parents' home or battling help loans, not thinking about high-end apartments in leafy suburbs. Amidst this ongoing growing debate, Azziad didn't sit back. True to herself, she responded very quickly, dropping a video where she seemed to serve her online family the tea in her own style.
If there is one thing I do and I respect is my online followers and my family, my social media family, because we've been on this journey for a very long time. I've been able to create this family for a very long time. And one thing that I've been seeing this evening, this afternoon on my posts, on my stories, on my DMs, is that we want tea. And guess what? We're gonna make that. So let's go. So do you know the funny thing is, I love flavored tea. Like my go-to tea is flavored tea. And I normally use it with honey, but I'm out of honey right now. So we're just gonna do 2 teaspoons of this and then we're good. This is my most magical part, okay? We're pouring in the water.
Her response was playful and unbothered, yes, but let's be honest, behind all this glitz and glam, the facts are stubborn. According to BNN Premium, this isn't news that was pulled out of thin air. Back in March, whispers of the mortgage had already surfaced, and this is the advantage of being on BNN Premium. Azziad at the time had defended herself. This was right after the storm regarding the debts and all that drama surfaced online. Remember, there was a time she said that she didn't actually owe anyone a dime. But the team masters insisted otherwise. They claimed it was claimed that she had taken the mortgage through a Sacco only to default after 3 months, then ghosted them like a bad Tinder date, leaving the Sacco to figure out how they were going to return their money. And even though the process was slow, it was sure that the wheels of repossession were turning until, well, the auction hammer finally came down. Now let's pause here for a minute because away from the drama of whether she lived beyond her means or whether this was just an unfortunate turn of events, a very interesting question has been bubbling. How did Azziad qualify for a 25 million mortgage in the first place? Let's be real, even established professionals with corner offices and decades in the game struggle to secure that kind of loan. So, how did a 25-year-old digital creator get her hands on such a fat mortgage? That's where the plot thickens because some people suspect she didn't walk this road alone. Maybe there was an influential hand behind the scenes, someone who maybe helped with the down payment or even pulled the strings to unlock that kind of financing. I'll leave that to you, but whether Azziad had help or whether she simply dazzled her way into Sacco books with her income statements and brand deals, one thing is certain. The gamble was huge, and as with every gamble, sometimes you win big, sometimes you lose even bigger. Now, let's check out some of these wild reactions from netizens on social media. One ex-user said, Azziad used to be the most paid influencer on IG. Post moja alikuwa anacharge 500k. I don't know what happened to her. But again, financial indiscipline is a menace to the youth. Mimi hupata pesa nachukua Uber. With another one adding, when someone asked Azziad kama atazungusha kiuno hadi lini, people laughed. Sahi nasikia amekuwa auctioned. Azziad Nasenya is just 25 and already facing auction for a 25 million mortgage. Ladies and gentlemen, live within your means. Peace of mind is priceless. Any man laughing at Azziad has never built or tried to build anything and failed. Those who have are quiet because they know failure is part of the process. At the end of the day, this story has sparked a bigger conversation. Is Azziad a victim of her own ambition, or should we applaud her for daring to dream big when most of her age mates are still scared of taking risks? Though as social media continues buzzing with hot takes, one thing is clear. Azziad Nasenya has once again reminded us that fame, fortune, and financial freedom are not always as picture perfect as they look on Instagram. Behind every glossy post, there's a story. Meanwhile, let me know your thoughts. Do you think Azziad bit off more than she could chew, or is she just a bold young woman trying to build her empire, maybe just a little too fast? Engage with us in the comment section, and also note that all these details are available on BNN Premium. The details of her agreement with the Sacco, the details of the apartment itself. In fact, on BNN Premium, you get to see it, and also the details of the public auction. All receipts on BNN Premium. The link to joining BNN Premium is in the description. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned, stay updated here on BNN.